Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the Swemp Electronics Football Alliance Division 2. If you were watching right from the beginning, you may have heard the word Kermit. I'm not sure.
It's a Muppet Show.
It's not Tato tonight, though. It is Mr. Savage. Good evening.
Evening. Everybody all right?
I believe everybody, if you're talking just to Wolfie, he'll answer as in...
Yeah, looks like it, doesn't it?
Yeah, he'd answer
Evening,
in...
Wolfie. You all right?
I am also good, and I am not Mr. Wolfie. We have a lovely round of fixtures today. Obviously, apologies for last week, but something made me ill. Something being a daughter. But we are on to a lovely round of games tonight, and we are both good, Wolfie. Thank you. Look at the table there. CSCP Boston topping the table. But we all know what it's like when they get to the final of things. The Boston teams, they always get burned. So we'll have to see what happens tonight. Sprungfelt there in second place. I believe you know the team, Mike.
Oh yeah, it's a team of players that I picked 2 weeks ago. I can't remember who's playing. Some people with names that sound vaguely familiar to Simpsons characters, I believe.
Yes, it's all good. Stu is here. Good evening, Stu. Hope you are okay. Following in third and fourth, look at that, Mega Horse and Badgers, but not Badgers, but of course, Fortuna could join them on 23 points if results go bad for both sides today, especially when Mega Horse are playing Fortuna. So that could be a real challenge there. Divisionale in sixth place. That's a lofty heights for a team from Steve. So well done to Steve. Flamingos in seventh, right there in the middle alongside Grove. Those two in the middle of the table. Then we have the Danglies. Then Gondor. I noticed Swan has joined the chat and he's saying the keeper Minster save is breaking his soul. I need to get back on it, to be honest, and go for that.
That's a great save. That
Yeah,
I don't know how I haven't been fired yet.
I think I will be fired within 15, 20. I think I played about 12, and I've got a feeling I'll be fired within the next 4 or 5 games. But keep playing. If you are sacked, keep playing. Just reform a new manager and go for it. It'll all be all right. Then we have got down below that the Blues on 13 points, just behind Gondor. Pelham 5 points adrift of those in the bottom 3. And then Aussie's Dream and the Red West Pacific a further point back. Tato is here. Good evening, Tato. You can see your team there, 4th place as it stands. Have a look at last time's result because it seems like a long, long time ago. And obviously, with teams scoring between 0 and 3 goals, there was a real spread of them. As we looked last time to your result last time out, Mr. Savage, 2-1 against Badgers.
Squeezed the result out of that.
Squeezed indeed. Other results there, look at that, Blues beating Danglies 3-2 even though they had Scally sent off. Higuita was, he had a bit of a nightmare, didn't he? And Postma came on and did a bit better, but they still lost the game. But the ratings were certainly much more in Danglies' favour, to be honest. And then we just go back a further round and just remind ourselves of the Mega Horse 7 Divisionale 2, which of course needs to be mentioned every time, just in case Steve's watching. So for the fixtures today, that game at the top there is obviously an important one for me. Bragging rights over a game against Fortuna. And then Gondor Boston. Last time round Gondor played 10 at the back. I don't think they're playing the same today, thankfully, against Boston there. Aussie's Dream Danglies. Aussie's dreaming of Danglies. And then Pelham Flamingos, that'll be an interesting one. Red West Pacific versus Blues. Battle of the bottom 4 there. Divisionale versus Badgers. And look at that one there at the bottom. Sprungfelt versus Grove. How are you feeling?
I think I was feeling confident. I probably should have re-jogged my memory of what team I put out and who I was playing and all that jazz. No, I'm pretty sure I was confident because Barthez has stayed on the bench where he belongs at the moment, so I shouldn't concede too many.
So you got your, as long as your keeper doesn't have a mare, so to speak. We'll get into the fixtures for this round. We will not go to the Mega Horse game. We'll not go to the Badgers game. Steve's requested a late kick-off, and we obviously won't go to Sprungfelt in the first match. So Aussie's Dream versus Dangley sounds like a good one to get kicked off with. Stu says he's no idea what he's done in his team either. I think it was 2 changes to Stu's lineup from last time out. We immediately have a look there at Talberg wanting a new contract, which obviously got to be pretty desperate to want a new contract to Aussie's Dream, but there we are, he's been offered one. Still no sign of Hippie.
£725 a week, but a £220,000 signing on fee.
It's amazing, isn't it, the signing on fees they want in this league. Absolutely massive. Hippie is not involved at all still throughout the season. He's probably the one of 2 players there, Ben Walker the other one, who's not been involved in a single Matchday squad this season. So it's back to the old 4-1-3-2 again.
Tried and tested.
Tried and tested is certainly
Tried and tested. Yeah, it's just a bit defensive for my liking. Back 4.
And the captain, a player now that Smuts has 2 ways with the arrival there at Dragons last night in Super League.
Bit of a love story going on there, isn't there? But he's got one of the big, the big centrefold posters you used to get in the middle of, was it Match magazine?
Is he claiming that they are staple holes inside in the middle?
Yeah, one great big giant staple hole in the middle. Yeah,
I don't know if it needs to be giant, but we'll see. We'll see how he gets on with that one. Renson in goal, who's been having a good season for a goalkeeper that's not actually that great, and of course Jan Eble still on his 2 for handling there, but he actually played fairly well in the game he had. So there, Bartolucci included for the first time this season in a Matchday squad. He's there on the bench. He takes the number 25 shirt, and we look and see what the Dangleys have put up today. Merson is disappointed. Gary Croft is also disappointed. And we have a look. Quinton is here. Good evening, Quinton. Our game will be a bit later on this evening. Yeah, Dangleys going with this lineup, which is unchanged from last time.
Oh man, that formation. Quite like that.
Yeah, it is quite a Sprungfelt-esque kind of thing. You know, if
very similar. Very similar to what I'm using in the keeper Minster save, actually.
Well, you know, and have you got points with keeper Minster?
Yeah. Yeah.
I think everyone's got more than I have.
We've got 6, I think.
Oh, that's the same as me, but yeah, I think I played about 12 games with 6 points. I think Swan's doing better. It'll be interesting to see how that goes on. If anyone hasn't played the Keeper Minster save, give it a go. It's certainly worth it. You are not expected to succeed with the club at all. So into the match. Obviously, predictions welcome every time from everyone. What tempts you there, Mike? I can see
2-0. I'm going 2-0 Dangleys.
2-0 Dangleys. Of course, you arrived into the Swemp as a fan of Dangleys. Designed their badge.
Yeah, they'll always hold a special place.
A fan of Dangleys. It's probably an interesting comment to me. Slightly controversial.
Hold a special place in me trousers. Yeah.
Let's see how this game gets on anyway. And it started off there with attack coming on. Oh, look at that. Talberg has had a chance for Aussie's Dream straight off, and then Higuita's involved in goal. He's doing better than he's done last time out already. Kaka with a chance, and still Aussie's Dream are taking it to the opposition. Fangleys of Dangleys, indeed. I think this is going a bit more Aussie's Dream way than we probably assumed at the start, especially the predictions there of Wolfie and Stu both being 3-0. They are 1-0 up as well. Talberg it is. and I think that this is a very promising performance from Aussie's Dream so far. Danglies have not got going, and it's, they certainly need to get started. Brook has had a chance, then Mutu with an effort, but Renson makes a save. He's called into action right at the end of the half, and Aussie's Dream lead the way.
Right. One-sided that off them stats, isn't it?
Pretty much so, yes. 2 fouls in 45 minutes. I don't know if anyone else had been watching that old Chelsea versus Leeds match that was on that was tweeted out earlier on with 20 fouls in the first half and 2 red cards or whatever. It was quite the feisty match with Haaland and Gary Kelly sent off. Anyway, it was this one certainly tame but 1-0. Van der Vaal has been quiet, but have a look on how they're getting on. Kaka looks a little bit tired so far, but he's not injured. And Tony Adams is potentially with a knee injury, but I know Wooder he's not the most forthcoming with substitutes, is he? He likes to kill his players.
Yeah, I mean, with the current squad as they are as well, they probably deserve it, don't they?
There are no defenders on the bench. I mean, Jamie Lawrence isn't really a centre back in any stretch of the imagination. So, and Flores is a left-sided player, so they'd have to go to a change of
Gaz
system.
will scare him off, wouldn't
Well, if he's there.
he? Yeah, just stand him there.
See how he gets on there. 35 years old. See how he plays. And Wolfie likes to do that exact same style there of kill them all. So we go to 60 minutes as it stands. And look at the start to this half from Danglies. They were certainly looking lively and have come forward. Onshore then took the ball down the other end of the pitch. But I think Danglies are looking much more lively in the second half. They are up for it. We'll have to see what happens. He had a yellow card to Maresca, so at least somebody's putting challenges in. And we're going to the substitute time, which is taking its time to happen. And a free kick lined up on the edge of the box for Aussie's Dream. Gaza is sweeper. That'll be an interesting one, wasn't it? Bayerholm is just a bit tired. Kaka's tired. But I do think that if there are... Well, they do have 2 players who can come on and play those positions. So is it worth making those changes?
So, I mean, if he's got no injury, 78 at 60 is not that terrible, is it?
I think maybe if we remove Bayerholm, then at the 7 for stamina, it's only going to get worse, isn't it? So let's bring on Gumeni there, as he would usually be starting in amongst that 3 in midfield, wouldn't he? And with Bayerholm as a sub, in fact, it's only his second start. And
Rise with that stamina.
Played 9. Yeah, he's not going to get many starts, is he? Yeah, we'll just make the one change. They are in the lead then. See how that gets on. And Danglies, Woodgate not having the best of matches, is he? Thomas Rositzky looks like, he's carrying an injury, and Rositzky could easily be replaced by either Merson or Gascoigne, with Boyer moving to the right. And Lawrence could play on the right, of course, as well.
My choice would be Gaza, but I am more than happy to concede to your expertise.
Well, no, I mean, he is there on the bench. He won't be put on the bench otherwise, and he's going to be a centre mid. So, yep, we'll remove him and bring on Boy. You shouldn't put players on the bench that you don't actually want to call into it. So, that's
True.
what we'll have. With managers not there, we are just helping their team out in the form of an injury replacement. So that will be absolutely fine. Both teams making a change, and the free kick came in. It was deflected. And then further on, Danglies come forward with another chance. And, more chances. It's at the bar for Aussie's Dream. I think they are doing a very, very good job to hold off the Danglies, but they're also attacking at the same time. It's looking... Jonathan Woodgate has popped up with an equaliser. I cannot believe he's got it. He was the worst player on the pitch at one point, and now there he is with a goal with another chance to score. He almost got a winner. Talberg it is. Puts... Aussie's Dream 2-1 up. Another chance late on for Danglies. They come forward. Gascoigne to Mutu. Chances blocked, and full time 2-1 to Aussie's Dream. A huge victory there Huge victory.
What a game that was.
It was an interesting second half, wasn't it? And yeah, John Terry ended up the worst player on the pitch of the players who played the 90 minutes, along with Radoy. But Dangley's came into that in the second half.
Massively. Massive improvement. Don't know what the manager said at half time.
He probably said not bothered, to be honest. Walks in, not bothered, lads. and that's it. He just gave them that quick team talk, and that was it. It worked. Well, it didn't.
They were
work
unlucky
enough.
not to get out there.
Yes.
They were very unlucky not to get anything.
Yeah, huge performance, but Aussie's dream with probably their best match, well, second best match of the season, other than when they took it to Flamingos. So I think we have had 2 meetings between these teams this season. This is the first time teams are meeting for the second time, I think. So last time the 2 teams met, it was 2-1 to Dangley's, and they came from behind to win that game. So yeah, we will look at previous meetings between teams later. I'd totally forgotten about that. So interesting to see that both teams ended up with a win apiece this season against each other. Good match to kick us off tonight. We won't go to Mega Horse versus Fortuna. We'll go to Red West Pacific and Blues. That would go all right there, wouldn't it? We can go to this. So there's lots of things to have a look at here. We've got Agostinho wanting a new contract, 400 grand a week, 400 grand a week, 400 grand signing on fee on £950 a week. Justin Walker, 300 grand signing on fee. They're the 2. So for the team today, they make some enforced changes. Obviously, with Scally out, it puts reality into the team, and I think as well, I think it brings Palacios in or something like that. But it brings Richie Wellens onto the. Kerr's in the team, and Wellens is on the bench. That's it.
Strange looking formation.
Yeah, and last time they played, they got the win over Dangley's, so it's paid off, despite being.
I've seen quite a bit of this. So the other defence on the right, midfield on the left, and the other way around. I've seen a few people use that recently.
Yeah, we'll have to see how that gets on today. Mike Duff playing, I suppose, it'd be one of his strongest positions, won't he? I would assume that Rocks with the choice would probably rather play, if he's going to do something a bit like this, to have 2 at the back and 5 across the middle, 5 across that defensive mid position. But that's rules are rules. It's going to be an interesting one. See how they get on here. We've got West, Prutton and Duff as a back 3. And David Day in goal again. Over to Red West Pacific, who are missing Kawaguchi and Lee Young Pure and Shi, because Lee Young Pure has taken 3 yellow cards, and if we remember last time out for these, within 10 minutes they'd had 2 red cards.
That were a cracking game and all.
And over the last hour of the match, they they had a lovely draw over the last hour of the game. Leif Lindberg refereeing. We'll have to look out for Lindberg again. We've got some unhappy players. I think most of these will be genuinely unhappy rather than wanting a new contract. He's unhappy at the rumours that Chairman Doug may leave the club. Onanami is going to get behind his manager.
Oh dear.
Lots of people enjoying the formation of Blues. Wants a new contract, Seo Jong Won. So let's give him one. There we are. £1,500 a week. At least he got players wanting to stay. Losing confidence, poor league positions, and finally more people unhappy. I mean, that's a striker. He's played 9 games and he's yet to find the net. So for these,
be unhappy with yourself. Don't worry yourself about hotels.
We've got Hattori and Sun coming into the starting lineup, and also King Byung Ji. Obviously we've got the thick circle around there, but that's absolutely nothing to do with their managers there. It's the 4-4-2 formation. Does have it for goalkeepers for some strange reason. Then we've got Chipon Shin in the squad for the first time this season. It's an interesting call up. Not someone I'd like to see, to be honest.
Cheap on. It's the new meta. Cheap on.
And of course, Yu Sang-shi there on the bench as a replacement. Kim Byung-shi should be in goal there. That's what we should see. Cheap on. Shin takes the number 23. So there's still 2 players who haven't been called into the lineup this season. Predictions for this one? With Kurt in the team, Stu.
I would like Red West to win, just to bring that bottom in a bit, but it's going to be Blues, I think. 3-0. 3-0.
3-0 to Blues there. Cheap on Shin sounds like a Sports Direct shin pad. You can imagine that the shin pad would be about 5,000 times the size of a normal shin pad. Just to and it holds a drink as well. But I think I need a Sports
just
Direct
made out of recycled coat hangers or something.
So Quinton going 2-1 to Red West. Stu going 3-0 Blues, and Wolfie 2-1 to Blues. Well, we get started. The Reds versus the Blues. I'm pretty sure it was referred to last time. Was it Quinton on commentary last time? Saying about this one with a big game coming up. We've got some start to this game with Red West holding their own, taking it forward a bit. The ball coming forward the other way from Blues, but it's sort of end to end without doing a lot. Good slide tackle, someone getting in the way there. We are nearly 25 minutes in, and Mark Anthony is who's opened the scoring 1-0 to Blues. And I don't know, I probably can't see a way back, to be honest. Palacios making it 2-0. Yeah, I really can't now. Comfortable 3-0. Mark Anthony scoring as well.
I really feel for Red West.
Shin pads made out of the tears of 0-hour contract workers. Yeah, really wet shin pads.
Or the actual shin bones of 0-hour contract workers. They've had to trade them some hours.
That would be quite hard, that wouldn't it, to do that? But nothing going on there at all. Not even a foul over the first half. Blues 3-0 up from just 4 attempts on target. We go over to Red West, have a quick look at the team. Hattori is suffering somewhat. You go to 60 minutes before ending up in what I assume is the gulag, and then we have Blues again looking comfortable at that point. There's no sub plans from Rocks with regard to how things go. So let's get this second half underway. But do you see more goals?
Yeah, unfortunately on the blue side, I think.
It might well be. Mike Duff gets the first card of the match, and yeah, I think Blues are looking for a 4th goal with a little bit less urgency than they were showing earlier. Mark Anthony, of course, wanting a hat trick now. Chances not really coming for Red West. We get to the sub-time with 3 players on 5s, including the striker who has not done the job. Hattori coming off. I think this is time for I don't know if they're going to bring a forward on. Right, so let's just take a quick look at what's actually going on here. We do have a striker on the bench, so Choi Young Soo will come on for one of the strikers. He's not on a 5, so do that one, and it would be Yu Sang-shi coming on for Hattori to make the changes. 2 players struggling. Blues, unless they absolutely need to. 73 for Palacios suggests to me that would be a substitute at this point, and really the centre midfield option there is Richie Wellens. We could do Aristizabal, but I think he's probably a bit too far forward at this one, so we'll do Richie Wellens. Sound good?
Yeah, definitely.
Taribo West 81. He might be injured a little bit, but there's no need to necessarily replace him at 81. And there's a red card. And a red card for Wellens as well. He's been on the pitch for nothing. He's just come on.
How long was that?
He's been sent off the minute he came on. It says 62 minutes still up here. This is the 63rd minute. He's come on and he's gone.
I'll have to have a look what that was for after.
I think they've pushed each other, so we'll do that with the team there and just push it into a. Wow, uh, the two subs, they haven't even made it to the pitch.
They just had a punch up on sideline until they actually came on.
Accusations of Taribo West's age. Yeah, this is what 81. Is that what it was about? Yeah, this is just rather strange, isn't it? Red West's always level things out here that. Oh, wow. Well, those subs were great, weren't they? Oh, wow. I don't think I've seen anything quite like that before. That two players, the ball, I'm not even sure has been kicked between them coming on and being sent off.
Getting a five's a bit generous.
I know. Yeah, a 5. We'll have to see if they have actually done anything other than that. Quinton confirming it was the 81 about to Rainbow West Edge. Wow. Okay. Result kind of irrelevant now. Well done to Blues over that. Red West, I'm sure they had a shot, or I thought they had a shot, let's say. So, we've come on. Substitution. They make the subs, and you saying she pushed Wellens and Wellens pushed him, and they were both sent off, and the ball had not been kicked as far as I'm aware.
Seems a bit harsh.
Foul and fouled. I have seen a player score after being taken off on 97-98, Stefan Givash. That has happened before on 97-98. Stefan Givash went. Did he get taken off injured and then he, I think so, and then he scored as soon as as soon as the game was started again. Yeah, that was for one of Quinton's teams back in the day.
Sure, I remember. So there's some sort of, like folklore type thing. I think it was with Nicky Butt. Actually, playing for United, got sent off and then scored about 6 minutes later. I have to try and remember.
So, that'll be a very interesting one there if he actually scored after being sent off. Is that just one of those weird terrace rumours that never happened?
Very, very likely, yeah.
Well, I think that is just... He did go off injured. Gabbiadini scored at the weekend in real life after being subbed due to VAR. Oh, yeah, that's an interesting one. Yeah, scoring after being substituted because VAR decision happened after the subs. Was that Manolo or Gabbiadini? Or, well, obviously not Marco. But, I mean, imagine Marco Gabbiadini was still playing now. Steve's asked for that one to be late, but Swan's here, and we will play the game with Swan here. I know he likes earlier kickoff. Should have done one earlier for you. Emil Barron wants a new contract. He's currently on £1,000 a week, and his new contract is to still be £1,000 a week. Shit off. I mean, Woodard arrives. I take it Woodard's just seen what's happened in the last game. It was Manolo Gabbiadini. Swan is still here. He is on mute. How did he hear that then?
That's a very good point.
Has he got subtitles on? Fifey's here. Fifey's here. Good evening, Fifey. Your game will be on soon. It hasn't been on yet. Obviously, you've missed some classics. If you missed the Red West game, you need to go back and have a look at what happened after the subs. So Gondor, yeah, it's an interesting setup for today. But with Diop in the team, we know that things can happen.
Sort of a very defensive, at the same time being an attacking formation. It hurts the brain a little bit.
Yeah, when we go back to they played each other in the cup last time out, and Gondor did win. But in their first meeting of the season, let's just remember that Gondor played that formation. So it has to be.
Yeah. Okay.
It has to be said that this is much more attacking. The Aussie Stream, yes, Aussie Stream with their big win as well. Huge result for them. Yep, Gondor. Obviously I do like the Gondor players. Looking forward to seeing how they get on. But changes for Boston for today. They've gone for a change of system. I don't know whether it looks less attacking or more attacking than usual.
Ooh.
Tato likes what's being played. As long as
I do like that though. I like that.
yeah, I mean, it's interesting, isn't it? See Materazzi there as a sweeper. Oh, we've got another random person typing Vark Tech. Well, these bots, whatever. Two in a row where these bots have come on and started typing random things in the
Evening, Olivia.
and Carol. Remove the message. Don't want that on our chat. Vark Tech, whatever it was. Yeah, so you like it?
I like that somebody's trying to do the sweeper, whilst not giving them the sweeper role.
Yes, this is not a sweeper, is it? So it's going to be interesting to see what happens with that one. Montella off centre. Quinton's not a fan.
Yeah, I'm exactly with you on that. That just messes with my OCD.
So, I mean, we could move him, but I think I'd be getting into trouble, especially knowing Greavesy.
Get a bit upset when
Yeah, we've got Paulo Sousa playing right back again. So, imagine Paulo Sousa at right wing back, as he was in the AFCON the other day. Olivia in the house, and an upside down umbrella, says Quinton. Yeah, actually it is. Yeah, you look at that.
Got a little hook
It's up
on.
there and the hook there. Wonderful. There we go. Swan loves the formation. So, two formations that people like up against each other. And predictions, please.
Desmond. Go for a
Ooh.
Desmond, I think.
Saying that Gondor will not only perform better than they did last time in the league against these, but they will get something out of it.
Yep.
Baron, Gardner, Bango. Two Barons, two Ricardos in a row there. It's lovely, isn't it, to see that? Not
But
quite
most importantly, Chris Hope.
Chris Hope, certainly giving them some in that team. Francesco, all there lining up in the team. Quinton saying 2-1 to Gondor, and Stu saying 2-1 to Boston. The game is underway, and the chances. Well, look at this. Bango's taking a yellow card. Gondor went forward straight away. In fact, he's just watched that previous game. Cars hit the woodwork for Gondor. Yeah, I just don't know what those subs were doing. It was amazing. 2 yellow cards now as Chris Perry takes one as well. So that's another defender walking the tightrope for the rest of it. 2 Lennies on the bench. Well, yeah. I mean, unless you want Lenny, Kelly, and Kenny, and Lenny Vokolos, you got to have 3. It's 1-0 to Gondor, and it's Carr who scores. Well, that is an interesting one. That is, I mean, Boston not had a shot.
Ooh.
What's happening there? This is something.
Don't think they're kicking the ball in the right direction.
Yeah.
By the looks of it.
Yeah, I mean, they must have had some. They've had less possession. They've had less of everything. And yet this is a team that are, what, top of the table by 3 points? 2 points?
Come on, Gondor.
So
I forgot about that for a minute then.
a look at the goal there. It's Aragon with some superb work there. And playing it in. And on the volley, Parmudukar. Swan saying unless anyone is under 80%, they are not. So will remain as it is there, which is great to see. 2 yellow cards.
I don't want to take any credit, but he is the guy I recommend him for this squad.
Aragon, indeed. Have you both died? Who died? Why are we... What? What? A full screen of Aragon on the Ratchet
We are
report.
speaking to you.
Oh yeah, look at all this.
The
I didn't even
grave.
notice. Yeah, Aragon, I'm looking from here, and Aragon's done it all the way from here. yeah, that is pretty much the entire thing. Good evening, Ryan. Welcome to Aragon, the Aragon show. Taking on that, and you noticed you've arrived to Greavesy being 1-0 down to Swan, which I'm sure will tickle you somewhat. A remix of It's 1-0 to Gondor. Is it just... Oh, has it been just playing through the same thing lots of times? Ah, well, it's nice to have some sort of extra special stuff in the show. Sandro Cois, 14 attempted tackles and 4 successful. Let's get into the second half and see whether he can continue that superb record. So we get on to the second half, and chances. I think Boston have had a chance at last in this match, but it didn't go in. And Barron has made a good save, and we go to our 60 minutes. I don't know whether making substitutes are actually any good for people after last match. I mean, Ryan, you'll have missed last match that 2 substitutes, one for each team, came on, and before the ball was kicked, they were sent off for pushing each other. So that's the first time I've ever seen that happening. But absolutely nothing going on. All Cois's attempted tackles were on Aragon. If you look at his dribble in detail, probably was. Lots, because he did get away from Cois a few times. So a quick look there at Swan's team. He's got Carr and Aragon. Aragon gets tired, doesn't he? Very easily. Carr is potentially injured, and Ricardo Gardner also has a potential knee injury at this point. Ratings wise, they're doing alright. So just let us know if you want any changes. Just have a quick look over at Boston. They have no sub plans. Nobody's below that magic substitute rating or anything like that. I know we've got Cois on 5s and Bonomi on 5s, but we're not instructed to replace the poor rated players on this team. It's usually just kind of let them go. Swan says as is, and we continue. Well, the chances are coming from Boston. They're looking a bit more lively now, but they're all Fusini with a chance as well. No, we were not waiting for you so much. We just had a quick... yes, but no, we were, but we weren't. Cois is going off injured, and I think Firmani is obviously the substitute that would be most likely to come in this position. Let's just do that. It's not a bad sub to have though, is he, Firmani?
It's not.
Absolutely fine. He fit into most teams, unless there was a concept that he doesn't fit in. Anyway, could he be coming in the Simpsons? No point explaining horse. Oh yes, he's on mute. That's a good point. Yeah. Yeah. Well, let's do it, because when he watches it back, it'll have full subtitles on, and it'll be worth it. Especially when the subtitles are terrible. Look at the result there. Gondor it is, winning 1-0.
What a win!
And it's Aragon, man of the match. Your choice there, Mr. Savage.
It were a lot closer than the chat suggested. But
6 attempts
yeah,
on goal
what a
in the
win.
second half, 1 on target, and just a reminder of Aragon with all of this stuff. Yep, he took it past Cois. He took it past Cois.
How many times? How many times?
I think it's 5 times in the same dribble as as Quinton looked at there. That is brilliant.
Wow.
He's got 3 wins
Wow.
against Greavesy this season. He's just said there, 2 in Swemp, 1 in Afcon. Well done. That is a masterclass there from Swan. So well done, Cois. That was he's tormented, wasn't he, by Aragon, who probably only had 1 dribble during the game. If we have a look at it, he's only had 9 dribbles. No wonder he's ended up man of the match. Well done. We have to leave that. Steve's not here yet. He has to go late. Sprungfoot Grove is yours, of course.
I think I saw Fife.
Pelham Flamingos, Fifey's here, and Dimble won't be here tonight, so we can play this one next up. Elliot would like a new contract, so we go to that one. A twisted spine, going off injured. It'd be good to see that one. He needs to go over the top of Homer's bin, whatever it is, that will make him his spine much better. Yeah, Pelham's team, a couple of changes. Well, actually, more than a couple. I think Elliott's over on the left-hand side as Thorpe comes in. Nielsen up front, and Dean Gordon goes in at the back to replace Richard Smith, and Appleton is in defensive mid.
I think by that MC, that's my formation for tonight, if I remember.
It's yeah, I would say it was pretty similar. I think what with two attacking mids in there. Yeah, I think so. Cropper up front, of course. Yes, Roy Cropper is looking for goals. He's got lots this season. We have to see if he can get anything from it. And a reminder here, Dean Gordon, it is who's probably been one of the better players at this time. Thank you very much, Swan. If you can hear us, see you in hell
Yeah,
tomorrow.
see you later, Swan.
It looks like a handy side, and Thorpe can go and put 4-star petrol in himself, so it'll be good to see what he can do with that one. Yeah, Pelham, they're looking interesting. We go over to Flamingos. Aquilani's disappointed, and Invincible is thinking the club are underachieving. Other than that, they last time out it was a win that they got. I don't think we did. We have looked at all previous results, haven't we, between the sides? Last time it was a 2-all draw. Etu and Rugging pulling it back after Pelham went 2-0 up. So we'll have to see what can happen today. But Flamingos lineup changes sees quite a few players being restored to the lineup, to be honest, after last time. But we do have Alan Archibald into the lineup again today. Eric Haddo sat there on the bench. Would you be doing the same?
You can't question such a winner, can you?
True. The
Gotta respect the record.
Super League winner himself, indeed, and the current chairman himself doing this. It'll be interesting how he gets on.
I mean,
Spencer on the bench.
Yeah, I was going to say, Pender's on the bench.
Yeah, he's on the bench. It's
Addo as well, though.
Yeah, I was saying that Addo instead of Archibald is probably what I'd have probably picked here, but Archibald could easily pick out a man of the match performance here and just completely ruin David Nielsen's night. So we'll have to see what will happen in this one. Predictions, please, as Runa Larson referees. Savage is studying. He's studying it. He's coming up with prediction.
The brain switched off then for a minute. Flamingos win, but I couldn't call the score. 2-1.
And Quinton goes 4-1. So he's more convinced on this one. Yeah, I mean, it could be good. I'd like to see another goal fest between these two sides. And Stu's going for Roy Cropper to get a goal for the first time. Been so long since I picked this 11, I can't remember why. We definitely concede.
I think most people are like that tonight. If I feel don't worry about that.
It's only a 1 week off from it. I was ill over the Christmas period. There will be a match next Monday in this division. And then it will return. It's 1-0. Invincible has scored. It will return most likely on. I'm not sure into the new year. It might be that Monday, the 3rd of January, but I'm not entirely sure yet when it will come on. Bag and Cropper in a sentence together, and Horse let me down. It wasn't me letting you down, it was me copying what Stuart said. Anyway, the match has not been the most interesting game in the world. And there it is, it's 2-0 now. Kewell scoring, and Handyside is injured. Oh. So, taking a look at who's on the bench, I mean, this is going to be Welsh having to go into the back three, I think, and probably a bit of restructuring, because if we look at who's on the bench, Butterfield is a right-sided player. I mean, Burnett is probably going to have to go backwards. Hughes, Campbell, Forrester. It's an attacking bench. That this kind of looking into here is probably about the sort of best idea we might get from this. Let's have a little look. So Campbell won't be the one to come on. Butterfield hasn't played very well. Brian Hughes. Would you be bringing on Brian Hughes, or would you actually bring on Campbell? I don't know.
It's only right and left. They can Elliot or Putin play centre.
He's more of a forward, but Poughton can play central, so we could bring on Campbell.
Campbell right.
Yeah, let's go for that. But yeah, restructuring. There's no centre backs on the bench, so John Welsh goes and plays there. Bad news for Pelham to lose Handyside. But they scored. They pulled one back, and it is Dean Gordon. Yes, I picked him out as their absolute goal threat there from centre back, and he's got the goal. It's 2-1 at half time, and Pelham have been shooting.
Just not telling anybody about it.
Fifey saying not Hughes because he's good, but he's not Michael Hughes, even though Steve thinks he is. But yeah, it's been an interesting first half. Handyside is down with a thigh injury. There's no other need for any specific changes at this point for Dimble. They're in back with a shout into the game, and for Fifey, of course, should have gone to you first, Fifey, on that because you're here. Any changes at half time?
Archibald.
What, you mean that we called him before the game as being a definite man of the match contender?
Fair play to him. That one tackle he's made were a good one.
It was absolutely key, wasn't it? Yeah, well, we'll see. I mean, I don't know if he necessarily needs to make any half-time changes while he's winning, but the options are there. Addo for Ambrosini. So a yellow card is the threat here, I suppose. Time to bring on the player who can shoot from anywhere. That's always worth doing. Any other changes, Fifey? As we take a look at this, what I obviously like here is that Eto and Dyer are just copying each other for passing, and clearly not for tackling. But are just killing a bit of time. I assume it's just the one change, but so yeah, that's a quick mention there. There will be games next Monday, but not on the 27th because we all need a little Christmas break, and Division 2 will be played this week, but it's unlikely to be played on the 23rd. It's far too close to Christmas for me to be running something there. I think we're going back onto this game. I don't think.
Yeah, I think he's right.
Yeah, no more, mate. Look at that, perfect timing for that message to come through to us. The chances are coming in for Thorpe has missed. It's because it's Thorpe. But yeah, they go. Oh, he's absolutely not invincible, is he? He is not. He is vulnerable. A knee injury for him. Will there be a knee-jerk reaction from Fifey at this point? Ooh. Will the former Swindon player be robbing his team of a victory?
It's a four-letter word.
Yeah. Addo's already come on.
YouTuber's deemed
invincible. Dyer to the right. This is going to be, what is it, Brugging or Ferguson?
Big Bazza, sure.
Or Etu further back. Ferguson on. There we are. We push on. Dyer's taken a yellow card. This team are certainly a little bit aggressive as it is, but they are still winning. And the subs are on their way. That's a fourth booking. It's Harry Kuehl. Harry Kuehl. Simone Ezag is on a 6. There's nobody. 5%.
Oh dear.
I mean, 5 is, yeah, hold 5e. 5%. I mean, we've seen zeros, but I don't think I've seen anything quite that low that isn't zero. That's brilliant.
Just early breathing, I think.
4 yellow cards, and 3 outfield players who started the game on 6s as well there. Although one of them's gone off already. Chance to decide on that third and final sub if you want it. Wait until you see the number 1. What is there? Is that just another number to see how low that number is? Can I see ratings again? Oh, I think that would have been before I flicked it over on there. Elliot's. I will just check Dimble's instructions. I believe it was under 80, but we'll see if it was 80 or below on here. Penza for Inzaghi is going to be the change. Penza for Inzaghi. Remove the Ferguson arrow. There we are. And Dimble says... what did he put? He put something down, but I can't actually read where it is. Below 80 at 60 minutes. Below 80 at 60 minutes. That's nobody. Oh, well, that's good. Yeah, we push on. Might still be stiff from the bench. Wonderful.
He needs to stretch it out a bit, doesn't he?
Yeah, it's nothing else. There's nothing else. And in fact, he did say you make the call, so I mean, let's have a little look at this. I think Thorpe plays out on the left, doesn't he? Thorpe could play on the left. Let's withdraw Elliot, move Nielsen back, and bring Jamie Forrester on there because they need legs. 2% player on the journeyman. Thought he died. No, 2% means there must be a heartbeat somewhere. But, it's not good, is it, to have a 2% player? This game's fizzled out, hasn't it? The subs took longer than the rest of the game. 5 yellow cards for Flamingos. And late chance. Maybe Thorpe with a chance at a rebound. Nearly. Oh, more attempts. Burnett. More chances. And somehow Richard Wright is holding out. And they go down the other end of the pitch and nearly get a third. 2-1 to Flamingos. Dean Gordon, man of the match. But I would say Richard Wright has won the game there for Flamingos at the very end.
Yeah, good win. Very good win if you look at the stats. That Pelham have been robbed a bit there.
I would say so. It looked like loads of chances. It turned out it was only 2. I'm calling Babe Station if this works for Dimble. Oh, great, Fifey. Yeah, it didn't work for Dimble, but it does say me to make the call, so that's what I did. Anyway,
it's not a service that I offer as core comms.
And oh, you should. Babe Savage. And 101% Tom Madeira, absolutely factual there. I don't know if you still have the picture, Quinton, but I've got it. There's one of my screenshots somewhere. 101% fitness for Tom Madeira. Anyway, great performance from Flamingos to win that game. Quick look over at the performance of Pelham, and yes, Dean Gordon it was, who did well there. But yeah, Richard Wright toward the end, fantastic. And it remains to be seen just how long Danny Invincible will be out for. That's 12 fouls, producing 5 yellow cards.
I think that was my guess as well.
It's yeah.
I think I went 2-1-5. There you go.
I think you did say it, Edge. And we'll play the Mega Horse Fortuna game now because Steve isn't here yet, and his game will be one of the last 2. Then we go to the Mega Horse team. Change of formation for I think possibly the first time this season. Seeing something a little bit different from Mega Horse today.
It's your team. You you take it away.
Well, yeah, the Eigenrauch is back from injury. He was injured way at the start of the season. You know, going all that way back. He's back in. And so now there's a chance to see what it'd be like. I've decided that the 2 attacking mids maybe weren't working quite so well. And Tobias Villi, as we've brought ourselves back to 3 along that midfield line, I thought, let's just play him a bit further back and see what happens here. Marcelinho behind Juskoviak, and Yashvili is there as the attacking substitute. He's got a decent record this season. See how he gets on. But Kostajic, Kola, Echendu, back to the first choice three there in midfield. Fairly to the right tonight.
Solid.
Yeah, that's how it's hanging. Kaluzhny behind those, and Gramozis, of course, has been having a good season so far. Lots of play. Horst been slowing down with his assists. Only 9. Over to Fortuna, who for today, we'll have a look at this. We've got considering options. Zeriberto wants a new contract, so we offered that now. 30 grand a week for Zeriberto. He was on 30 grand, so he just wants a signing on fee. And he's obviously unhappy. Thinks he should be off the table with that terrible set of attributes he's got. Fortuna changes for today sees Larson coming in to defence in place of Bunjevcevic, who's out, and Ince is back from injury. Other than that, I don't think there's any first team changes.
Okay. Bird table.
The bird, yeah.
The bird table formation. Yeah.
So will they be perching themselves on the same number of points as Megahorse at the end of the round? Can you see it? Can you see them getting something? Last time out, these two teams played each other. We played a 1-0, 2 red cards. Echendu and Kola both sent off, and Yashvili it was with the winning goal. So that's where it was. It's a plane. It is a plane with a long tail.
I don't know. The wings aren't usually attached to the nose cone, are they?
They are now. This is the planes that Stu designs, the Spruce Moose. Let's see how they get on.
Big fan of Fortuna, but he plays Ince, so I'm gonna have to back a Mega Horse win, I think.
33 degrees, gusty weather in Sweden today. Predictions, please. Obviously, backing a Mega Horse win, but by what?
Going 3-2.
Oh well, I'd take a 3-2
with Ince to get sent off, hopefully.
And Echendu and Kola to both get sent off again. 1-0 Mega Horse says Stu, and 3 red cards says Quinton for this time round. So the game is underway, and Fortuna it was who kicked off. And the chance there for Juskoviak coming close to getting the opening one. And there's Juskoviak disallowed though, as Eigenrauch, I think, was offside. Another one offside. Romeo's equaliser there in the and Juskoviak scores a penalty. This has been manic so far. We've had 3 goals, only one of them's counted, and it's lots of stuff going on with Juskoviak here. Freder's taken a yellow card, and a yellow card going in for Ejiofor as well. It's quite an aggressive match. There's Marcelinho making it 2-0, and at the moment Fortuna don't quite have an answer to it, and we are heading in towards half time at 2-0. Will there be a goal? There's been a bit of obstruction there from Gomozis. 2-0 it is. A quick look at the stats there. Fortuna haven't had a shot because their one that went in didn't count as a shot, and plenty of fouls and a couple of cards.
Bit of an abysmal performance there, isn't it?
It's not quite working out for them as well, and with Romeo with a thigh injury, he may well be withdrawn from the Fortuna firing line at this point. But as to who
can't really argue to take Ince off either, because he's the only player that's keeping him in, even slightly in it at the moment.
Yeah, 5 successful tackles so far for Mega Horse. They will keep going to 60 minutes. Peralta off for Georgiadis and move the wide players to attacking mid. So leaving Romeo on at this point, Peralta being withdrawn for Jordi. And so we've got these. Do you want any arrows on Quinton at this point? Just let me know if you do want arrows before we kick off the second half. A 5 for Taibbi. Hopefully he's getting bad performances out of the way in the Swemp this season. and keeping himself good for Super League. That's what we need. Yeah, it's not quite worked out for Fortuna at this point. Aye, so Jordi Ellis to go alongside Kerr. I would assume with him being able to play left side there. Arrows for centre mids, but not for the wide men. Did Nakamura have an arrow before? Yes, I can't remember if he had an arrow. I can have a look. I can have a look and see if they... And Nakamura. Yeah, Nakamura. I could have had a look at previous match and decided from that, but there we go. Right, half-time changes. They are going for it now. Yes, we've got a yes, please. A yellow card there for Eigenrauch. So he's suffering a bit in his first match back from injury. Ho doing well to take on some players there. 60 minutes, the subs are coming up there. Yes, and a good save from Taibi. Still on a 5, but now Freda is on a 5. Was he on a 5 before?
Farber's not moving, is he? 92%.
yeah, he's staying. Larson and Freda both at 92 and Ejiofor at 93. They are certainly keeping themselves fairly fit at this point.
I rate him with a yellow card though as well. Dangerous.
Yes indeed. Romeo off for where? Romeo, where for out now? Romeo. Yes. Any more changes? There could be. That's it, thank you. Okay. And for Mega Horse, a quick look in. Kostajich playing a 9. Gramozis and Eigenrauch playing 6s. Vili, right, okay, so we'll make the change here by seeing
you can just pronounce it Willie if you want. I think everybody realises that's the real idea behind the team.
Forgot a centre back on the bench. Yeah, you got Jordi Harris, he can play everywhere. So just a few changes here to bring the players on a bit. We put Yashvili on for Vili. Yash is coming on. Look at that. Just a few changes there. Yeah, you've got a centre back there on the bench. You've got Jordi Harris. He can play everywhere. 9 tackling. Anyway, with the last half hour into this one, 2 matches left after this as we go into the final 25 minutes. Chances still coming in from Mega Horse. We've got a dangerous tackle there from Jürgen Kohler, who's obviously playing for another red card against Fortuna. Weyer with a chance. Hildebrand makes the save, and it's definitely Fortuna coming forward a little bit more. The 2-goal cushion is certainly helpful, but Nakamura pulls back a consolation, and into the last couple of minutes they're going for an equaliser. This is, it's certainly livened up towards the end. There's a late chance, maybe Nakamura, not to be. Kostajich takes man of the match, and Saibi improved somewhat over the course of the second half, but well played for Fortuna to get back into that game.
Yeah, I think it's a fair result looking at that.
Yeah, the ratings didn't quite pick up there. Freda on the 5. Yeah, it didn't quite work out. Int's playing well. Stee's here, so we'll go over to Stee next game. Int's getting that 8, as Quinton would like to point out to you there, Mike, I'm sure.
Yeah, I know, he's still a not very nice person.
Yes, good Stevening. Kostajich, look at that, 5 key tackles, 6 headers out of 6. That's why he got that man of the match. And Master Ichendu, there he is, the man on my Mega Horse shirt. He's still not quite on a 7 average rating yet. So Divisionale versus Badgers, and for Badgers today, a change of system compared with last time out when they played this wonderful setup. They go into today with a more normal-ish thing, but 1 for Euro CD.
Oh yeah, completely normal. Yeah,
playing Firmani as a roving centre back to go forward. Yeah, it'll be interesting. Robbie Rayside has been picked as captain as well for this one, so it'll be nice to see. This is his first league start, and he's immediately thrown in as captain. Child has literally. If you can be delayed by 10 minutes, you'd appreciate it. We can go to your game, couldn't we, Mike?
You can do for me.
Yeah, we'll go to your game. That's fine. We'll do that.
Alternatively, we could sing some lullabies
Yeah.
to help them go back to sleep.
We shall do it. We'll have a look over here at Grove versus Sprungfelt, and just checking if there's any contracts that need to be offered. That's 4 players who are unhappy for Grove, and the formation today sees Steve Finnan coming into the starting lineup and Saul Campbell in place of Robert and the suspended Lauren. Other than that, the team is as it was last match.
Yeah, I'm now remembering the some of the testing I had to do. It's so difficult to play against this.
Stu describing his team as miserable. Do you remember what happened last time you played against these?
I got effed in the air. I can't really remember.
It was a 3-2 win to Grove. I don't remember. The performances were much better on the Grove side, and
yeah, that was the start of the decline.
Berger, Defoe, and Dario Silva, Carlson, and Cuevas. I mean, look at that. We've got B, D, D, C, C. I know Silva is not a letter, it's B, C, or D, but you know, whatever. Yeah, looking forward to this one. Smirtine capturing the side, and Canu and Cole, Dario Silva there as a substitute. Steve is happy with Steve Finnan being available. Chris Bart-Williams still wants a new challenge for your side.
We're not sort that guy out. He's been like that since game 1. If we can't do night with him, I'm going to send him to reserves.
It'll be extremely interesting to see what will happen today with your lineup here. 2 up front of Saha and Olisadebe, and Mike Duff to make that little run forward as well.
Huh. Is that what I picked?
Yeah, you surprised?
Yeah. I've been putting Ronaldo in there a bit recently.
Yeah, Ronaldo.
Or is he out?
Is he out for today? Yeah, he's out for today. Nedved suspended.
Yeah, that's
Carbone, Homer.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, because I'd lost on me.
Attacking mids.
Yeah, attacking mids. Yeah.
Challenge for Bart-Williams is to get bigger feet. Yes, he does have rather small feet, doesn't he? Apparently, Chris Bart-Williams. So yeah, it'll be interesting. Are you making a prediction for your own match here? Oh, it's a ghost game anyway. Lovely. So we have to go to matches.
Probably for the best.
Oh well, Potato's back, so that's all right. Petra wants a new contract. All that. At least we go straight into the 2 matches at the end. We just go 1 match in, 1 match in. So Steve's team for today is unchanged, I think, from last time out. So Martin and Sadlier up front, Jurgensen, Zagara, Estar. Yeah, it's unchanged, I think.
Solid
is the word. And of course, last time when these played, they beat Gondor 2-1. You just have to go back 2 games to remind yourself that Megahorse beat them 7-2. Ghost games do happen elsewhere indeed, especially when Alf wanted to be on first one match and he ended up being last because of that. Yeah, it is a strong side for Badgers in terms of solid side. We love a ghost game, don't we? And the Badgers, we have been through the Badgers team very slightly, saying there'll be the slightly off-centre stuff, and Fermani there at the back, and Rayside is captain, so we've talked about them. Are you going to make a prediction on this, or will this be a ghost game as well, and we just sit there doing nothing for a few weeks?
Hopefully not. I don't see a lot. Now I'm going to go for a 1-1.
Steve saying won 5 out of 6, but focus on the 7-2. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 out of 6. But yeah, let's focus on that 7-2. That's a really good idea. Just a reminder there of that 7-2 result that it was there. Lovely. Yeah, good. Thank you. Thanks, Steve, for that. That's great. Predictions: Quinton going 7-2 to Badgers. Steve going 3-1 to Badgers. Loads of goals in testing. Yes, I've seen some of
1-1.
Tato's predictions. he's
Went
tested
like sort of 11-11.
11 all. That would be nice, wouldn't it? Or at least, I think I'm going to go for V all in the Roman numerals battle here. So, Divisionale have managed to keep a clean sheet for 4 minutes, but not 5 as Kevin Kyle scores the opening goal. Tato says 4-1 to Divisionale. We have got a goal already in the first 5 minutes. I think there's more in this. There's definitely more. Oh, look at these saves from Priest. I think that's 3 in a row. From Martin and Sadlier with chances. I think he's made a treble save. Fifey says 0-0. I assume he's slightly behind. But it's... yeah, he's changed his mind to 1-0. Just going to stick there after 5 minutes with the goal. It's quietened down a bit, but there were some amazing saves from David Priest there. I believe it was a triple save. There's Estai with the equaliser. His team are Estai and alive. And we have 5 minutes to half time. What happened? We went out the room and now we're not. Ghost game, Stu. Ghost game. So it will be on last today. 1-0 at half time. Robbie Rayside leading by example there as captain with his 5 on his league debut. 5 shots, 4 on target, 6 shots, 4 on target. Let's just take a quick look at this where Priest has been involved here. Yeah, he's made the save here from Martin, Sadlier, and then Sadlier again, all in one go. So, Mr. Legends there, good evening. How's Swemp going? It's going like this, really. It's we've had some goals tonight. We've had 2 red cards for players that didn't even get to come onto the pitch because they were fighting before they got there. It's been great. Good one. Good to have you on. Sub-Steve, are you making any changes here at half time? Agostino, just to let you know, is potentially head hurting. Might need to take a bit of ibuprofen to keep going. He's going to be keeping going. And
potential head injury.
Yeah, he might have a bad head.
He's complaining of a headache.
Maybe he's drinking. He's drinking at this point. It has been fun. Yeah, Tato, any change? Rayside off a Lyth, I can now see that. Thank you very much. I probably just missed that in all the commotion of people being on. Hey, we've got quite an audience tonight of people who aren't actually in the league, so that's it raises the interest. It's great to have that. And Ekiog there as captain. He's always a quality captain, Ugo. So we get to 60 minutes and let's have it. So Captain Kyle, right, I'll do that, then I'll just sort that out straight away because I'm happy to do that. I'd have Ekiog as captain, definitely, in this team, but it's not my team. Kyle as captain. Kyle, he scored. He has scored the goal. Well, what do I know? Here we are. Look at this cheers for Ugo as well at the same time there from Ryan. And yep, 6 is for Moas and Sadlier. And fitness wise, Estai is not Esdying. Andy Martin for the winner. He's gonna come stay on the pitch and turn this around. Yeah, he's been doing well this season. He got a whole goal. Sherko for Sadlier. And to take a look at how these have been going, Sadlier has no goals and Sherko has 1. It's the strikers that aren't quite doing as they're doing. Jeremy Kyle, of course, the only player in the league to score 1,000 goals in a single match, says Tato. There it is. I may have changed one word in what he says there. But and Badgers, as it is for changes here, everyone apart from Famani performing, but Famani is playing out of position. And needing Martin as attacking mid. See how he would get on there. I don't think Steve's wanting to make another change. And he's going to take over the originality and show Steve where he's going wrong. What have we got? Yes, if he was playing attacking mid, I mean, Steve can make a change. He can bring on a player in that position. That's fine. Tato, is he going to make a change? We'll have a look. No, that's fine. Leave it. Right, okay, so we go on with the rest of the show. No, he doesn't want to change anything. Chances if... Oh, look at this. Division Eye coming forward. Jurgensen it is with the goal for 2-2. And it's... This could go either way now. We did say there would be goals. Both managers predicting entertainment. Tiernan's missed a chance. And with just a few minutes left, this is very, very finely poised. I think Flamingos have won 5 in a row. I'm not sure. Sherko it is with the goal. 3-2 to the Regionale. And an injury there to Martin at this point. Now his choices for a few bits here, so let's have a little look. Now, because of the delay, then Mike, it looks like Steve's celebrating the injury. Yes.
Got to be maybe Alejandro for the last 5 minutes up front.
Yeah, he'd be going gaga over that, wouldn't he? Stoll says with a switch with Zagara Martin to assist the winner. Yeah, I think that is the change. Stoll says with a swap with Zagara. And just a few minutes left. Stoltz has had a chance already. And it's 4, and it's Hannu Tiernan with the goal. Zagara trying to make it 5, but not quite. And the Regionale win. Look at Jurgensen there. A goal and an assist. And if only Steve actually picked him in his squad at the beginning. 21 shots, 15 on target.
Crikey.
That is rather bizarre, isn't it? Badgers obviously could hold on to 4th. I'm not entirely sure if they might still have 4th at the end of this match, but Divisionale are now trying to close into them. And yeah, Kyle has performed well as captain. His team have been beaten, but he's done fairly well there. And Ekiog tried to stick in as many challenges as he could, but Tyler, another 9 for Mark Tyler. He's on his way up towards an 8 for an average rating. Having a great season there. We go into the last game, which of course we've already had our preview of. We had the Ghost game, so we just get ourselves into this one quickly. And with Sten Samuelson refereeing, did you make a prediction? I don't even think you did.
No, I didn't. I'm going to go 6-0 Sprungfeld on
Sticking your neck out on that one.
Yeah. Got to back your lads, haven't you?
Famani at centre back didn't work. Yeah, you probably have a point there, Tato. But it's all right to take experiments. That's what it's all about. Quinton says 2-2 in this one. Anyone else putting predictions in? Well placed. The impressive stats didn't seem that one-sided in the game. No, it did not seem one-sided. It was a game that the neutrals were hanging on to. I think in that one, very interesting match. Steve going 2-1 Sprungfeld, not 6-0. And there's a goal for Andy Cole, making it 1-0 to Grove. Yeah, Grove have the lead at this point. But there's a Lenichev scoring. Lenny with the goal, making it 1-1. And Berger 2-1 to Grove. I mean, this game's got the same kind of attack feel as the other one. Finnan! Steve will be absolutely delighted to see Finnan has scored for 3-1. We've got some oof there from Stu. This chances, 4 goals in the first half. Keem not performing very well in goal. Kanu almost scoring then to make it 4. And this has been a mad first half here. We've got 4 goals and we're going to get a 5th one. Duff takes the yellow card. A good save has been made there. 3-1 at half time. plenty of chances. We've had 10 shots
Game, wasn't it?
already. Interesting first half. And we look at Grove first of all, so that Stu can make any changes he might want to do. I don't think he's got any injuries. Even Darren Anderton looks like he's fairly okay. Tackles have been flying in from both teams. I mean, that's everyone apart from Steve Finnan attempting a tackle for Grove. And, yep, everyone aside from 2 for Sprungfelt giving it a go. So are you going to be making any changes yourself at half time?
Just have a quick nosy. No, I don't think so, no.
That's both managers going for no changes at half time. Just a reminder there, look at the chances we've had in here. Both teams passing it fairly well as well. You don't get many times when both teams are up there in the high 70s, early 80s. So it looks like Sprungfelt will start the second half a little bit more lively. Saha coming close, but it's still we Grove with that 2-goal advantage. So many chances coming in, and Westervelt is playing fairly well. At the moment, Patrick Berger is on a 10. Savage, Zeta's already predicting what you're going to be doing at the end of this game.
It's happening a lot recently.
Canu. I mean, Canu would be. I think we're going to see a Dario Silva arrival probably at this point. Anderton potential knee injury. What a surprise! Yeah, I mean that 88% may well have been an actual injury there at half time potentially. Yeah, for yourself, you're going to be doing something now to liven it up.
Not an awful lot to liven it up with.
There's Anthony Lurling sat there as a left-sided player, and Bob Paters as a striker. There's so many things. You can flush all your springs.
Yeah. Right, okay.
That's being done. And into your
So,
team.
yeah, if bring Lurling on for Sahar,
Yep.
and if we can just budge him back to AMC alongside Lenichev.
Sort of like that.
In a sense, yeah. And then forward arrows on Lurling, Lenichev, Whitley and Deflaunder to mid. No, sorry, arrows.
Oh, arrows. Mid. Yes, that's all right. We can do that. Grandio.
Yep.
He's creating a sort of a
Hold on.
lovely little road pattern or something there. Give Bart a challenge to win it. And Grove making their other changes as well. They're bringing off Darren Anderton for Laurent Robert, and Steve Finnan switches over to the other side. So
could not stop Cole in testing. Could not stop him, no matter what I did.
Couldn't stop Andy Cole. Get an arrow on Keem there, says Steve. Interesting to do something like that, wouldn't it? We've got 25 minutes left of this game. Grove still in an advantageous position, and we are now just looking at more and more attacks from Grove. Campbell taking a yellow card, then going forward. Alyssa David, great chance. Cuevas has had one disallowed. I think it was Lenichev potentially offside at that point. 3-1 still. D'Alessandro coming close to scoring, and just a few minutes left of this one. It could have been all so different if Cuevas had scored, but full time it is. Well played to Grove again with their performances.
Yeah, can't argue with them scores, can you?
And the game was close, but Grove definitely took
Closer
their chances.
Closer game than the score maybe gives credit for.
Yeah. I mean, there's been some superb
Keem
tackling
had
at the back.
Yeah, Keem just had I don't know what happened to him first half. He just didn't turn on.
Flapped. Yeah, I suppose. But and then later in the game, Patrick Berger at one point was on a 10, ended up with a 9, but a solid man of the match performance for him. And Campbell, Curtis, Smirtine all throwing in plenty of challenges there as well. So yeah, a really interesting match. 3-1 it is. And we look at the results there. A reminder of those results there. Divisionale, getting the 4 goals today. Only 2 teams failing to score, including the league leaders, which found Keem a bit of a wet lettuce. Stu there saying good game to.
It was. It was a very good. It was a
Yeah,
very good game.
good end for the neutrals. Definitely. Look at the table so far. Boston is 2 points clear of Mega Horse now, up into second place, followed by Sprungfelt a point further back. Badgers divisionally up to 5th. Their charge up the league so far. It was halted at one point. I believe that was. If we just have a quick look at how that happened as to why they dropped down the league table at that point, it's because they got beat 7-2 by Mega Horse. Just a reminder there. But, then Fortuna dropping into 7th with Grove up there as well. So Grove on 20 points. Only 8 points separate the top 8. Gondor up to 9th. I mean, this is getting better and better for them. Danglies and Blues on 16 apiece. Aussie's Dream up off the bottom of the table, off the second bottom of the table, out of the bottom 2 with that result. I mean, it's worked out very, very well for them. Is there a team of the week for today? There is, and it involves Talberg playing up front. He's playing the old centre midfield position there, but ends up in the team. Anthony Berger in midfield, Kostajic and Kohler there. Melvin Brown. It's a team. Fusini making the bench. Aragon as well. And
Aragon should started.
Yeah, Aragon played very, very well with that 5-minute dribble he did earlier on. It was great to see that happening. So not many draws in the league, to be honest. The teams near the bottom hogging them all really. Sherko in team of the week. Mutu, the top rated player in the division, followed by Bart Hoare and Mark Tyler, completing the top 3. In goals, Romeo topping the league, just ahead of Penza and Nedved and Zauli. Zauli, who seems to have stopped scoring goals at the moment. Boston seems to have stopped scoring goals a bit. And assists, Darren Anderson's 8, Rayad Hoare, and just those as the top 3. Then yellow cards, Taribo West, Lee Boyer, Neil Scally, all having served 2 suspensions for yellow cards already, or about to serve if they haven't done so far. Richie Wellens on his 2nd red card of the season. Just a reminder. Oh, look at this. Curtis Woodhouse has now found himself a club. He's been signed up by Valentuna. Yeah, he's joined them. They're 6th in Division 2 as it stands here. Yes, serious that they are in Division 2. Just a quick look at see how the team are getting on in here. Just a quick look at how the team are getting on for this season, with Cannavaro, Lucio, Cordoba and Cafu at the back. But of course, J. Lloyd Samuel and Ricardo Veron in the team. What a team it is. Just a quality lineup that they have in Division 2 there. Yeah, I think it's looking quite a well poised league at the moment. Richie Wellens, just want to go back to that moment, the highlight of the season so far. If we're going to the Red West match, look at this. On the 63rd minute, 2 substitutes were made of Hugh Sanchel and Richie Wellens. We go into that match report, and so the subs are made. They come on, and as they're about to go onto the pitch, they pushed each other and were both sent off. And then the game started after that. So yes, not even making it to the pitch. Well, not even making it to the restarts, let's say, at that point. Fixtures for next week, the final round of it'll be the final round of 2021 for Division 2. Badgers versus Pelham. Badgers do need a win to get themselves boosted back up with confidence. Blues versus Mega Horse. Blues on a bit of a pick-up of form at the moment, but Mega Horse doing well. Boston and Divisionale, that'll be a good one. That'll be great to see what goes on. Steve's just noticed what's happened with that match, and it is unbelievable. Danglies versus Sprungfell, that'll be a good one. It's the team close to your heart versus your own side.
No, I'm gonna get a tea bag, Donna.
Flamingos,
He's
Aussie's Dream.
on the decline.
So, will they be meeting for this one. I doubt it due to what's happening next week with Smuts. But if maybe, oh, well, that would be amazing, wouldn't it? If it's
Yeah, cheers.
it would be amazing.
Cheers, Stu.
Yeah, cheers, Stu. Thanks for watching there. Keem fears the Danglies. Um,
Yeah.
Fortuna
good point.
Gondor is going to be a cracking match, and Grove versus Red West Pacific. I think, I do think Grove are on the up at the moment, especially with knowing what they've got as the next match coming up there. It's the 3rd of August. It might be that in between that there's a cup game or two. Just going to have a look at this and see what's happening. I think in Group 7 there's something. Oh, Group 6 Badgers are playing, and in Group 7 Gondor are playing. So these matches, I will squeeze them in midweek to allow us to play the other bits. Badgers away to Forward. Do they still have Harish Cooey in the team? There he is. He's been scoring 2 goals this season. And Gondor are playing Ennebyberg. So let's see how they get on their lovely side. I will squeeze those in midweek to allow us to play next Monday with the next games. I believe it will be the case. Yeah, it's a month before the next stuff, so it's all good. Mr. Savage, have you enjoyed yourself tonight?
It's always a pleasure. Always a pleasure.
Never a chore. And it was great to get the Swemp Division 2 back on this week after last week missing out. Just a little thing here that Germany won the World Cup against Argentina after, unfortunately, Sweden went crashing out to Uruguay on penalties. Unfortunately, that team just wasn't quite enough to help them to win. So it just wasn't there. Lovely to have Mr. Savage on. Indeed it was. Indeed it was. And we will be seeing everyone next week. Division 2 is Monday, but of course this Thursday, Division 1. Get behind your Division 1 sides, and we'll see out the 2021 with some quality matches. Thanks again to everyone, and we'll see you again soon. Good night.
That's everyone.